Today I'm going to be sharing how I paid off $30,000 in 12 months.
Give me every time.
The first step to paying off debt is to organize all your debt. So when I was a senior in college, I got together with my student financial aid office and I put together a spreadsheet that looked like this. Basically, I organized all my student loans into this spreadsheet based on the amount that I had as well as the interest rate. Another key part of student loan debt is to look at unsubsidized loans and subsidized loans. Unsubsidized loans accrue interest as you take them out, and your subsidized loans gives you a 6-month grace period after graduation until they start accruing interest. For me personally, I did not have any other debt except for student loan debt, so I organized everything into that spreadsheet, and then I came up with a goal. My goal was to pay off those $30,000 in student loans in 12 months. I took my $30,000 in debt and I divided that by 12 months. Each month I had to spend $2,500 a month towards my student loans. So what I had to do was figure out a budget that looked like this. Since I was making $3,000 and I put $2,500 a month towards my student loans, I had to figure out how to live off $500. Growing up, I never lived with my dad, and when I was in college, my mom moved away. Either I was gonna live at my dad's house or I was gonna rent a room in someone's basement, and my dad was gracious enough to open up his basement room to me with several stipulations. I was an on-call babysitter, cut the grass. If he needed help around the house, I was more than willing to help. But I couldn't pay rent while I was doing that. So there's two different strategies to pay off debt. You can use the debt snowball approach, or you can use the debt avalanche approach. Debt snowball approach is good if you have multiple different kinds of debts. If you have student loans, credit cards, medical debt, you start with the smallest debt amount, not the interest rates. Start with the smallest debt amount, and then you work your way up. So you pay off the smallest one, cross that off. Then you work your way up to the next debt, cross that off. Next debt, cross that off, until you get to the largest debt, and then you pay that off. For me, since I only had student loans and interest rates were a big part of me being able to pay them off in 12 months, I used the debt avalanche approach. What I did was, when I first graduated, I looked at all of my unsubsidized loans because those were ones that were accruing interest daily already. And I figured out what the highest interest rate was for the unsubsidized loan, and I paid that one off first. And then I went to the next highest interest rate of the unsubsidized loans, paid that one off, and so on and so forth. After that 6 months, I actually had paid off all my unsubsidized loans, and then I could start paying off my subsidized loans. Those ones had just started accruing interest since they give you that 6-month grace period. If you want these resources, I'll put a link below. Put together a spreadsheet to help you organize your debt, a budget template, and it'll also go through these different strategies with you as well, and it's totally free. Be sure to hit that subscribe if you're interested in learning about paying off debt, saving money, traveling on a budget, and I'll see you guys next week.
Give me every time.